Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Here's Leary. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Leary to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game.
And he will score. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Now, for the point after. He's got it. And the Raiders are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Levis to open with a pass. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Levis from out of the pistol. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
That one caught Devon Vele. And he's into the end zone. Devon Vele. Touchdown, Vegas. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Raiders move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Leary. The throw on the run is complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now Leary. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level. They could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
Here's Cook. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line. On 2nd down, they're going to run the option here to the right. To the pylon, he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Raiders will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, mayday, mayday, mayday. Hand up. Tracy, sit up. 22 Linda, 22 Linda. Diamond, Diamond.
Levis to throw it here on first down. To the sideline, and what a catch. Great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. On first and 10, here's Levis. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only one. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Levis. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down for Tennessee.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down, 3 to go.
49's down, 22 Rita.
From the gun, it's left, and he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Like 13, like 13. 20 Rita. Heroes down, 90 down, 49 Rita.
Levis to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge fourth down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
So the two sides going to make that long walk to the other end of the field. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Music City after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To the air is Leary. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Vegas.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
To throw, here's Leary. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Set, Warriors, 70. Go.
Throwing is Leary. That is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
You know, typically when you decide you're going to throw the ball this close to your own end zone, you're thinking sack, you're thinking safety. But in this case, you also have to worry about the defense.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. One of the Raiders has got it. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. And a deep hole gets even deeper. This has been one-sided right from the start, and this first half nightmare continues.
In a league, Mike, where we see so many close games and there's such parity, every now and then it just seems one team is just clearly dominant, clearly in control of the game, and so far in this first half, that's what's unfolding in front of us. We'll see if they can get back into it in the second half, but up until this point, this team is in complete control.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Mike zero, Mike zero. Stand up. What?
To throw is Levis. This throw left side caught by Kittle. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard.
Mo. Woody Rita. Tracy. What? 22 Linda. What?
Throwing is Levis. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That is hard. Wow, out of bounds inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. It's a big one for Tennessee. 53 yards. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal.
Hey, 24 Linda, flat green 18, green. Heroes down, 90 down, 49 Rita. On.
Levis to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
49.
A second down throw here for Levis. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And now they'll be looking at third and goal.
Like 5-4. Like 5.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back, and it sets up fourth and goal. They'll go. Here's Levis. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, fourth and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. Defense hoping to push him back and get that safety. He gets to the 2-yard line, but no gain on that one.
On first down here, Mike, you're just hoping to give a little breathing room to your offense. Now, if you do decide to pass the ball, your quarterback's not necessarily dropping back into the end zone. But after getting stopped for no gain, they find themselves on second down in the exact same situation.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
60 by 6. 60 by 6. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60. Chap 60. Ready?
Leary to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's taken on this side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
29's down. 22 Rita. 20 Rita.
Here's Levis. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Right 5-4. Odd.
Here's Levis to throw. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here just past the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Second down and 8. Here's a handoff to Cook. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Here's Leary. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Fair catch here. called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
Hey, mayday. Like 54.
On first down, Levis. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That's going to be caught by Gray. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
22 window. Like 54. Diamond.
On second down, Levis. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
Hey, 24 Linda, selection 18 green. Heroes down, 90 down, 49 Rita. Out on. 54 Rita, select.
Now, Levis. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go. Select. 29's down, 22 Rita. 20 Rita. Select.
Levis. All alone is the tight end, Kittle. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. They'll come up to third and 3.
Hand up.
Now Levis. And he'll take it on in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Tennessee. An extra point attempt to follow. Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his first extra point miss of the season. Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10.
19, Tiger. Here we go, set.
To throw, it's Leary. Going up top. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Number 54, Mike 54.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and he'll manage to get to the 33. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who brought him down. They face second down and 7.
Mike 54, Mike 54.
Here's Levis from out of the pistol. This one complete right side. 11 yards on the pass there. First down for Tennessee.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
22 Linda. Diamond. And 24 Linda. Second and 10 Green.
Levis to throw on first and 10. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw is Levis. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Down, 22 Rita.
From the gun on third down, here's Levis. This is caught at the 2. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. A second effort, and he is in. Danny Gray, touchdown Titans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Right 13.
From the gun, it's Levis. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Leary. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Throwing is Leary. To the right side here. Pass is caught. On second down, Cook. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. We'll try and run here with Cook. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
He'll get this out to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I like the call, using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
All right, 22 Rita. Hey, mayday, mayday, mayday. Panda. Tracy. Is that 22 Linda, 22 Linda.
Throwing on second down, Levis. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he will score. George Kittle. Touchdown, Tennessee.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
A run with Cook. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They send him right out of the slot. To the air, is Leary. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll get this out wide. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
ready? Get up! Set! Ready! Here we go, set! Hut, hut! Come on, set! Hut, hut! Ready, break! Ready. On the set. Set, go. Set. Ready. Hut. On the ready. Ready, ready. Set up! Go! Down! Set up! Ready? Ready. Set. Ready. Set. Go. Set it. Hut. Down. Ready, ready. Ready. Here we go, here we go. Go. Set. Set up. Let's go now. Ready? Ready? Hut, hut. Ready, set. Ready. Ready, set, go. Let's go. Hut. Ready, ready. Set. Here we go. Set. Ready, ready. Come on, set, go! Got it, ready? Set up. Set, ready, ready. Okay, ready? Hut, hut. Set it! Ready? Down! Set, go! Ready, break! Ready! Hunt! Here we go, here we go! Ready, ready? Set! Go! Let's go now! Set up! On the set! Ready? Let's go! Hunt, hunt! Ready, ready, ready! Set! Set, go! Here we go, set! Hunt! On the ready! Ready, ready? Come on, set! Go! Set! Ready! Get out! Set it! Ready!
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From his end zone, Travis Homer. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Caleb going to throw right away. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. In motion right comes Allen. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead here's Swift. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
You look at this Niner defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try it now with Swift. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Niner defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Purdy from the gun. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Niners at 11-1 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone with it is Homer. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
To the air, Williams. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They need 2. Here's third down. Throwing is Williams. He's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, 73 yards. And the Bears are back within a score. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Escaping the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Moore the motion man. Williams with a little touch pass forward. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Near his goal line, here's Purdy. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Purdy now to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Purdy off the play fake. This one caught by Kittle. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 76 yards. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And that's out to the flat for Swift. A nice little juke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to throw is Williams. Going deep here for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Wow, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To the air once more, Williams. He's going to try and go deep again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a 2nd and 2. Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. An extra point try now for Moody. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. Here's Williams. A final shot before break. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Don't let us down. Get some momentum, hero.
Now Purdy. That is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Samuel going to go in motion right. Shotgun now with Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing here, Purdy. And he fires one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing is Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a 1st down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Williams.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. To throw, it's Williams.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And, boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Purdy on 4th down. That is caught. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Purdy now to throw. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Now Moody for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone with it is Homer. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. This is Homer. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Duggan looking to throw. Working. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 18 yards, first down Niners. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Niners stretch this fourth-quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point try now for Moody. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Duggan. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Duggan will look to throw this. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And this one is incomplete.
But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Back to throw, Purdy.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Duggan.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, an impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Dug in now to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll take it at the 42. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense. And they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Niners, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire